Hello, my dear students. In the previous audio-visual English grammar class, we have already known that when we speak or write something, generally we use words in a group, and those words or that group of words having a complete sense is called a sentence, and each and every sentence contains words, and we can categorize these words into different groups. These groups, in other words, are known as parts of speech. We have already discussed about the noun, pronoun and adjective. Let us remember these words, these parts of speech, then we will discuss the next points. Noun, that the naming part of a sentence is called a noun. It denotes the word that denotes a name of a person or a place or a quality or number or thing is known as a noun, and the word that is used instead of a noun, in the place of a noun, is known as a pronoun. For example, Ram is a good boy, he is my friend. Ram is a good boy. In this sentence, Ram is a noun because it is the name of a person or name of a boy. And in the second sentence, I used he in the place of Ram. He is my friend. So, he, the word he, is a pronoun. And there are some words, they explain the nouns, or they tells more about the noun, they tell more about the noun. They are known as adjectives. So, we have already discussed up to this point in the previous class. Today, we are going to discuss about the rest of these parts of speech, and first we will discuss about the word. Mark the examples here. The boy runs fast. Gopal is an intelligent boy. The sun rises in the east. Mark these examples. The boy runs fast. Gopal is an intelligent boy. The sun rises in the east. These underlined words, they explain or they express, they suggest an action, that running is the action that the boy runs, and rises is also an action, the word of action, and the word is tells or says about the intelligent boy, that he is, and these words are known as verbs. And verb is the important part of a sentence. As you know that we can frame a sentence with the help of only a verb. In imperative sentences, when we say come, go, sit, these are single words and they frame a sentence, they make a sentence. So verb is important for each sentence and it is the important part of the sentence. Without any other word except verb, we can also frame a sentence. If there is no verb, then there is no sentence. So it is important to remember, and there are different kinds of verbs also, like a transitive verb, intransitive verb, finite verb, non-finite verb, strong verb, weak verb. We will discuss it about later. Next, mark the example of these sentences. The turtle moves slowly. She ran quickly. He reads loudly. Here these words slowly, quickly and loudly, these words tells more about the verb moves and ran and reads. So these are the verbs of these sentences, and the underlined words, they tell more about the verb, that they add something to the verb or they modifies the verb, and these words are known as adverbs. So the word adverb describes how the action is done or how they modify a verb or an adjective or another adverb. So it is the function of an adverb that it modifies a verb. It can also modify an adjective and other adverbs. So adverbs, mainly the function of adverb is to modify a verb. Look at the next examples. Don't sit on that broken chair. My brother lives in Mumbai. I go to SSBM Keonjhargarh, or I go to Saraswati Shishu Vidya Mandir Keonjhargarh. In these sentences, the word on, and in second example in, and in third example to. What is the function of these words? These words are placed before a noun. Mark that noun, the broken chair, the noun phrase, Mumbai, the noun, SSBM Keonjhargarh, these are the nouns. These words used before these words to show its relationship with the rest part of the sentence. So the rest part of the sentence is don't sit or my brother lives or I go. They relate, these words relate or shows the position or relate these noun with the nouns or the rest part of the sentence with these noun phrase, and these words are known as prepositions. Prepositions. So the main function of prepositions are the main function of preposition is to show its relationship with the remaining part of the sentence and with the noun phrase they placed before or they used before. Let us go to the next point. He came and opened the door. She worked hard but failed. We decided to do or die. Look at these examples. First is that he came and opened the door. Second, he worked hard but failed. Third, we decided to do or die. Take example for this sentence. If we make this sentence into two parts, then what will it be? That he came, he opened the door. He opened the door. The door. These are two parts of this sentence, and we call these parts as clause. You will learn about it in class 10th. So he came is a clause because it has a subject and a finite verb in the predicate part, and it is also a clause. It has a subject and finite verb in the predicate part. These two clauses are joined into one. They are joined to make one sentence, that is he came and opened the door, and the word and connects or joins these two clauses. So like in this sentence, in this example, but he worked hard, one part of the sentence, he failed, another part of the sentence or another clause. These two clauses are joined by but. With the help of but, we join this sentence and make these two clauses into one sentence. And we decided to do or die. We decided to do, we decided to die. We join these two parts of the sentence and make them one, and these joining words are known as what? Conjunctions. We call it as conjunction. The conjunctions are also a part of the part of speech, and the main function is to join phrases or sentences. They join the phrases or sentences. Next, move to the next point. Mark the example. look out, oh, help me, wow, you have done well. It is a sentence, write it into capital letter. Wow, you have done well. Look at these parts, oh, wow, and look out. These words expresses our sudden feelings. These words express our sudden feelings. So when we had some feelings and it came suddenly, it is expressed with the help of these words, and these words are known as interjections. Interjections, and the function of interjections are to express the sudden feeling of a human being. And finally, we have already discussed these points that there are mainly 8 parts of speeches. They are noun, parts of speech. One is noun. In point 2 we have discussed pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So these are the 8 parts of speech, but some modern grammar rules says some modern grammar rules include determiners, as parts of speech. Determiners, you know that, example, a, an, the, one, two, my, his, each, or every. These determiners, these are known as determiners. They are used before a noun and determine the noun. They are also, according to some modern grammar rules, these are also known as parts of speech, but except these three, these are known as articles, a, an, and the. All others are included in adjectives. These words are considered as adjectives. So, for today, this is all about your grammar, that is the word classes, that there are 8 parts of speech, and also some grammarian include these 3 words as parts of speech. Thank you.